we still had gear inside. He closed the door and locked it behind us.
Yeah.
With our gear still inside, and I was like slamming on the door. It's like
it was a weeknight too, so it's like cut us a break, Like we're just starting out. It's a weeknight, But
right.
Yeah,
but yeah,
you got your gear back though, right? Like
we got the gear back, yeah.
Okay.
But like every 5 seconds, the guy was like, "This is a fucking waste of time." I was like, "Cool, I get it, but you're being paid right now, so shut up."
Right.
The bartender though, she was lovely.
Oh yeah,
she was a good.
I think that was dude's wife. Yeah, she was awesome.
Welcome to the 135th episode of the Casa Inns Creation. I'm your host, Chris Deering. This is the show I interview bands and public figures from the Mathcore adjacent community. My guests today dropped their debut album, Walk With Me, last Friday. Welcome in TVLPA. How's it going?
It's going, man.
What's up?
Pretty good.
Hey.
How's it going, Chris?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you guys for being here. Y'all are awesome.
Likewise.
Why don't you go around and tell us what you do in the band? I guess we'll start with, I already got names mixed up. Great. Will? Is it Will? Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. I'm Will. I do guitar and vocals.
I'm Hunter, and I do drums, different effects, electronics, all that kind of stuff.
I'm Ethan, and I play bass and do vocals.
Alrighty. So you guys dropped your first release, Fire, in 2019. I assume you were working on that for a bit before you put it out, though. So when did the band actually come together?
We played a birthday party in 2018, right?
Yeah, but that was when we were doing our post-rock project.
Yeah, originally Will had a post-rock project called 7 Leagues and Counting, and we decided because we were buddying at the time super best buds, and God, and and we decided to bring it back. So we had some of Will's family join in, and I was on drums. And after that, we kind of kept playing, but it was hard to coordinate everybody together. And sort of Will and I just started writing music, which the first song we wrote was Water, and then we just kept going from there. And then we needed a bassist, so I was also in a band with this guy, some really cringy indie rock called Toronto Bar Fight, and look all that up, and decided to bring him in, and then things just kind of clicked. So just started from there and wrote Fire, and then recorded it with our buddy Kyle Atkins, who has a studio called Gray Skull Studios. Yeah.
There's so much to unpack in what y'all just said. So, you said that Will's family was involved, so your mom and dad jumping in there? What are we talking about?
So, 2 of my cousins were involved, yeah. So, back
wasn't as weird then. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so I was on keys at the time, and then
Alex was on guitar, and then Miguel was on guitar.
Yeah, we had 2 guitars.
Yeah, we had 2, and we played only one show at a birthday party I threw at a park in this random part of Virginia, and then
Crystal Lake Park, which coincidentally is
Hopewell.
Also the lake from Jason.
Yeah, Friday 13th. That's wild. Dude, that's sick. That's the first show y'all played this stuff at, though, because the material would fit perfectly, out in the forest or whatever on the lake. That's really fucking.
Oh yeah, it was super post-rock stuff, more of the posty stuff.
Oh, this was before y'all got all metal and stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, still, I'm sure it was good.
Yeah, this was pre-Tulpa.
We were doing some weird soundscape shit, and we covered Coltrane or somebody like that.
Yeah,
we did some. I think we did a Coltrane song. It was either that or Miles Davis.
Oh, yeah, it was Flamenco Sketches.
It was Flamenco Sketches. And
is there any recordings of the post-rock stuff?
Yeah, on Spotify there's 7 Leagues and Counting. It's an EP under Will Fisher, which is the stuff. But we never got a recording of that lineup, unfortunately. That would have been sick. We have practice recordings I go back and listen to, and I'm like, fuck, we should have at least done something. But everybody kind of went their separate ways. Alex got busy with guitar, and Miguel's a amazing artist in the Richmond area, so he's prolific, just painting all the time, doing tons of stuff.
Well, that's cool. There's still some kind of recording from that area. That's pretty awesome. So Toronto Bar Fight. That's a cool name, man. Where are we getting that from?
We were originally called Pushover, and then there was another band called Pushover, and I was like, let's call it It's Pushover to like differentiate us. And then that was lame, and they wanted Pushover more, and I was like, fuck it.
Pushover.
Toronto bar fight.
That is
And then
so
it
much
just
better
stopped.
than Pushover. Toronto Bar Fight. That's such a good name, dude. Oh my god. You need to bring that name back.
Yeah.
That's so fucking sick.
we have stuff that we worked on, but we just never. We had a third member, and
He fucked off to Nova.
yeah, he just kind of did his own thing, so we've been kind of unmotivated. But we're maybe one day we'll bring it back. It's some interesting indie rock stuff.
So I googled TVLPA, couldn't find anything on it. I found like there's actually two other bands. Oh no, it was a band and what was the other thing? There was another thing called TVLPA too.
It was like this one band in Sweden or something. That's
Right,
been,
yeah, it's like a
out of
black metal
commission
band or
for
something,
years.
right? Or industrial
Yeah.
metal band, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know that Tulpa means something. Is that like, are y'all supposed to be Tulpa and you change the V because you're super edgy, or what's going on?
I mean, essentially, yeah.
Yeah, I think we looked up Tulpa, like the original word without the V, and then we saw there was another artist, so we just went with the V. But we couldn't find that other we couldn't find that Swedish band, so we just stuck with it. And yeah, we own the like domain for the name like .com and shit. So I guess
I
that's
saw you looking really professional. It's badass.
Yeah, I guess.
Or even
I guess that's
LLC too, so we're recognized by the government. So
Yeah.
take that, Swedish TVLPA.
Yeah.
It was like one of those things like when we started, like, you know, they had like been out of commission since what, like 2016,
Yeah.
and they had like 600 likes on their page. We're like, all right, well, we have to outlike them, that way we become the top TVLPA.
And then that was before Facebook is what it is now. So
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
thing that they have that you don't though is a rate your music page. You need to get someone to make you a rate your music page.
oh
So
shit.
you can show them off. But what's Tulpa mean exactly?
So, all right. So the first album, I gotta start. I have to preface it with this.
Go
So
for
the
it.
album "Walk with Me" is a conceptual album based off of Twin Peaks, and
I never saw the show.
Oh, you gotta watch
Oh,
it.
man.
So why don't you just tell me the whole thing about it from the very beginning to like the last season, and then we can go from there.
There's a high school girl. Something happens, and then there's a whole bunch of stuff that happens, and then
Some paranormal stuff happens, and
Yeah.
Oh, now
and,
paranormal stuff's happening. What the fuck?
yeah, there are mountains, which is why it's called Twin Peaks. There's some creepy people. There's
Yeah.
a mystery.
some weird interdimensional
Like
shit happening.
Zoinks, who killed Laura Palmer?
Yeah.
Like that.
That's such a good impression. But no, like back to your story. What were you saying?
Yeah, so the name itself originates. So a tulpa, what it is a what's the definition? It's a manifestation of your consciousness outside of yourself. So imagine you outside of you. Like imagine like a doppelganger, like that is your consciousness, but is thinking on its own. It is its own sentient being. That is a tulpa.
And
That's
that's kind
trippy.
of like one of the pivotal characters of Twin Peaks is a tulpa. So we kind of just went with it.
Yeah. I think that's a cool name. And I love the way that your logo looks. How you can have like the arrow pointing down and arrow pointing up. I don't know. It looks really cool. It's just
Oh,
like
yeah.
visually pleasing. I really
Yeah, dude, appreciate it.
Up so below.
Yeah, true.
So you dropped Fire in 2019, and now you're back with your debut full-length Walk with Me. And I would normally ask a band, oh, it's different this time around, but the first 4 tracks of your album are the same ones from the EP. So were y'all just trying to get away with something here? Like didn't think anybody would notice? So why is it the same tracks?
We weren't happy with how the EP sounded. We kind of rushed recording and mixing and everything, so we thought we'd do the EP some justice and re-record them. And I mean,
And just have it as just kind of part of like the greater thing.
yeah,
you know.
because like
Also tying into the whole Twin Peaks thing.
yeah,
The Twin Peaks movie is called Fire Walk with Me. So we had Fire and then Walk with Me.
but
Okay.
we kind of planned it out, but kind of didn't.
It kind
But
of just happened organically and it just worked out.
and I don't really see how the other 6 songs could like go without the other 4, to be
Yeah.
honest. I don't know what else we would have been able to do with like the other 6 songs we wrote.
Yeah. Well, I think it's fine. Also, like Fires could be more like a demo. You know what I mean? And this is like
Exactly.
the finished product or
Exactly.
whatever.
Yeah, precisely.
So honestly, I think the album's great. I really love this kind of sound, the like kind of
Thank
spacey
you.
black metal, post-hardcore, screamo kind of thing. It's awesome. It really reminds me of this band called Wrath. You ever heard of them? They were on Prosthetic Records. They did the whole
No.
V instead of an A thing. Like,
we have to check them out.
never heard of them? Oh, dude, you need to check them out. They're so fucking good. So what are your influences then that are going into this?
So we're kind of like all pulling from like different directions and stuff. Like, I mean, just like maybe
You wanna go with what you got influence wise? At least what you bring to the table.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like what I bring to the table, like I'm pulling influences from like Bambara, Death Heaven, Rollo Tomasi, the Chariot, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's kind of bittersweet because what originally kind of got us sounding like this, as far as like a common goal, was the Last Daughters record.
Yeah.
That was kind of what made us want to go for that
Mhm.
sound.
Yeah.
And then now we're, at least moving forward, we want to kind of separate ourselves from that.
Yeah.
for obvious reasons, but yeah, definitely what Will said though. A little bit of Godspeed in there too. We were
definitely
we
some
were
Godspeed you like
super
going
we were
for it,
super going for some type of Godspeed stuff. That I think that's Ethan, you got anything?
Yeah, I get a lot of inspiration from Cave In.
Mhm.
Specifically Caleb Schofield and his way of playing the bass and his vocal style, just real from the gut. Like he's throwing his voice at you and he's just slamming on the bass with his goddamn, or he was,
Yeah.
with his big ass arms and shit.
Failure too.
Yeah,
Failure too for Ethan.
Oh, I love
Every
Failure.
practice.
It's your band's favorite band. Or it's your favorite band's favorite, whatever. One of those.
Well, so how does the writing process work with you guys? Is one person mainly directing it, or are you all kind of bringing in equal amounts?
So I guess like what we'll do is like we'll kind of come up with like different riffs and melodies, and then we'll just kind of jam on it, and we'll just kind of go through different iterations of it and just kind of churn it, and just be like, okay, well, in this jam we did this and then it went into this part, but we'll ditch that. But in this other jam, we moved into this weird section. So let's hold on to that. Now, cool, we've got these pieces. Now, how do we link them and all that kind of stuff?
We're basically incubating songs over like periods of months. And then when we're happy with them, we're like, all right, cool. Come up with lyrics.
Yeah.
All right. So it's like an entirely team effort then. It's not like one person brings stuff in then.
Oh yeah, totally. Like Will have a guitar part and then I'll try to do something distinct on drums, and then Ethan always comes up with something distinct on bass. So it just all it's kind of like solving 3 puzzles at the same time, and then when they're done they all create like this big picture.
Nice. I like that analogy a lot.
What is it? The whole is greater than the sum of the parts.
I don't know, man. I was just trying to do like a Psyopus like subliminal reference. Even though I just found out who they were like within the past year.
Oh, geez, man, you get on that.
Yeah, right?
So you don't have your lyrics on Bandcamp or online in period, as far as I could tell. I was searching around. What are the lyrics about?
So with this album, it's all based on Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
Like very weird, spooky, cryptic stuff.
Yeah, just kind of going on different parts of mainly the first 2 seasons of Twin Peaks. Like we don't really go in order. It just kind of like random parts of the first 2 seasons. If you check on Spotify, I think the lyrics are up at like the bottom of some songs. I think we submitted them for like all of them, but they only showed up for like the singles, which I don't really understand. But yeah, we got lazy on the Bandcamp front, unfortunately.
Yeah, you should put them up on Bandcamp.
That does remind me, we need to put those lyrics.
Yeah,
we'll
put them up.
I tried putting them up like on Music's Match for Spotify over last weekend, and our album wasn't showing up, and it was like, you need to request to have the album data. I'm like, really? Like, we released the album. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, it reminds me of a band on Mathcast called Scumfire. And I remember I think Christian or somebody was like, man, they need to like have no, it was Levi. Levi was like, man, they
Levi's
really
all about the lyrics, yeah.
yeah, dude, that sound effect. I was just randomly listening, and then it came in with like, Levi reads the lyrics or something like that. And I was like, oh my god, that's fucking great. But yeah, like lyrics are important.
I did notice, I did recognize some of what y'all were saying. I really like the ending chant in the last song. I'll see you in the trees. I'll see you in my dreams under the sycamore. That was fucking sick. I was getting chills when that was going on. That was great. That was great. So if they're all like that, then yeah, they're really.
Did you get the As Above So Below song though? You got the lyrics for that one, right?
I didn't get. Oh, is that the one where y'all weren't saying anything? I knew there was one where y'all weren't saying anything.
Yeah. Literally, the only thing we're saying is as above, so below, as above, so below. That's it.
Title track.
Yeah.
So for recording, y'all went with Kyle Adkins, who's the guy that did your EP, and mixed and mastered by Joey Woodward. What was it like working with these guys? Why'd you work with this guy you worked with for the EP if you didn't think the EP was good?
We recorded with them, and then the mixing process was getting kind of sluggish. It was during the pandemic, and we were having a hard time kind of communicating with each other. So we were like, hey, like, can we just have the waves? We want to go through Joey. And Joey is former guitarist of Black Mirror Device, current member of Terracell, and he's got his,
okay, all right, yeah, I know who he is. Okay.
He's got his own kind of setup going, trying to like build a portfolio. So we were like, hey man, you have great stuff, because he has like stuff in the vault, and obviously the Last Day of Sun mix it's pretty great. So we were like, yeah, let's just get Joey to mix it. And he's been taking like courses about mixing and all different types of stuff. So like we knew it was probably the best option. So yeah, went through him, and he even he had to re-record some of the bass with a distressor because we couldn't. I think the original bass tone wasn't like oomph. It wasn't there. So Joey bought a distressor, and then we recorded some bass through that, and it completely brought out the lower tones like we wanted. But yeah, I got Joey to mix it, got Joey to master it, and then Joey played an Ebo solo on Sycamore.
I saw you had credits for that. That's fucking sick.
Yeah, we were just fucking around, and then I was like, Joey, could you like do something here? And Joey was like, I have an Ebo. I was like, okay, fuck it, yeah, do it. And then I think it was like the first or second take. It was one of those things where it just like stays in the song, and you're like, all right, that's it, done. No more recording. Like that, yeah. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Mwah.
How are y'all gonna do that live though? I guess you just have a backing track or something.
We just need to get Joey to come up on stage one of these days.
Yeah.
But we have been messing around. We'll just bought like a stupid expensive looper, so we're gonna hopefully have some more fun with that, and maybe like get an Ebo solo somewhere in that.
All right, that sounds good.
True.
Yeah. It's in the pipeline.
So yeah, let's talk about your artwork. I love the album cover we got up on stream now. It's so like dark and creepy, but like beautiful also. I feel like it kind of compliments you guys like perfectly.
Thank you.
What's like the story behind it? I'm sure it's like has to do with that picture I saw on your Facebook page of like as above so below or whatever. I'm sure that's the whole we're looking at. Is that correct?
Correct.
So again, it's a Twin Peaks reference, of course. Essentially, like it's this kind of like a gateway, this portal 1, portal 2, that like was with the sycamores, and you pass through those sycamore, and it essentially put you into like another dimension kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, for that, we did that all ourselves. Like right in the backyard back here, we dug the hole, put some LED lights in it, had some red lights put on the trees and everything, and then I took some pictures of it and did some editing, and there it was.
Yeah, Will's a pro photographer, and it was funny because he was trying all these different cameras to take the photo, and the one thing that got the best photo was a fucking phone. He's like all this freaking camera equipment, and then the one thing that actually gets the shot is a iPhone.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, it looks amazing. So, I seriously, it's a really good cover.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
You also did a music video for The Water. We're playing it
Oh,
now.
man.
We're talking about it.
Yeah.
Whose idea was the music video?
We all kind of had a collective effort, but Will was the one that like initiated, like, hey man, we all gotta get together and like do this. We gotta like coordinate it.
I mean, he shot it and edited it. And...
Oh yeah. Will is probably never gonna edit a music video ever again after that.
Why is that?
I spent at least a good like 30 hours editing it.
Dude, it came out
Damn.
so well.
Yeah, and like this dude just had a kid and works as a photographer, like for schools and stuff. So he's constantly like busy. So I don't know how Will could have found the 30 hours to edit that video, but I know that it was just like very, very tiresome and arduous, and it was just like, come on, you gotta just edit one more part.
It was many late nights. And with how like chaotic that video is too, I'd be like 4 hours in, it's like 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then like it gets to the point where like, I'm literally getting motion sickness right now. I'm done for the night.
He showed me like the video board or whatever it's called, the storyboard, and like it literally looked like Will was like making like a dubstep song, or like because of all the like clips and stuff he was like splicing together. I'm like, dude, this is like a mixtape, but it's a video.
Yeah, you worked on this for so long, and you realize you just did like 30 seconds, and it took like,
Yeah,
5 hours.
That's like it would be like.
I would send them like the progress. I was like, guys, I spent 6 hours. How'd it go? I did about 20 seconds.
Yeah, and then it would just be 20 more seconds and 20 more seconds.
And eventually it was a video.
So I assume there's like a bunch of Twin Peaks references in the videos. Like what it's all
it's
about.
all Twin Peaks references.
It's Easter eggs. We're like Call of Duty Black Ops in this bitch. We're just Easter eggs everywhere.
So got a random question here we ask everybody. What do you put on
All right.
hot dogs?
There it is. Yes.
Okay.
This is why I actually wanted to do this interview.
My hot dog.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
What do I put on my hot dogs?
What do you put on your hot dogs?
I like a nice chili cheese dog.
I'm right there with you.
Chili
Yeah.
dogs.
I also like a good Honolulu dog.
Honolulu.
What is a Honolulu
Yeah.
dog?
What?
A
Yeah.
Honolulu dog is like, imagine a chili dog, but it also has pineapples.
I can't get behind that.
Yeah.
You think it'd be disgusting, but it's actually
no, it's disgusting.
oddly good. It's like putting applesauce on pizza. You're like, that sounds fucking gross, but then you try it and you're like, this is weird, but I like it.
You're fucking weird, man. No, I'm kidding. No.
I'm just gonna keep calling out. I'm gonna call it Helpless this whole interview because I want them to like add us in their Instagram story. I love Helpless so much. I want some attention from them. But I like a hot dog with chili that has beans in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, chili with beans. Fuck you guys. Chili with beans.
You like your hot dogs all nice and chunky, then, huh?
Yeah, I eat beans all the time. I love beans.
He does eat beans
Yeah.
all the time.
It's not.
It's a running.
It's a problem.
produce a lot of methane. But I love my dog. I love my dog with the works. Like I don't want my dog to go to Petco or PetSmart and get trimmed up. I want the works. I want the curls. I want the onions. I want the relish. I want the chili with the beans. I want all that.
The little bread chips, whatever those
Yeah,
are,
all-
sprinkled
all
on top.
that, all
Bread
that.
chips.
It's like, what are those?
Bagel chips?
Bagel chips on hot
On hot
dogs.
dogs?
I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Croutons.
No, it's like bread.
Okay. Potato
I'm thinking
chips?
City dogs. That
We're making a salad hot dog.
City dogs.
City Dogs is this great little hot dog place in Richmond that is.
Hey, we played there once.
We did.
Oh yeah, I remember
We
you told me
did.
I
that.
feel like I've heard of this place before in another interview that I've had. City hot dogs. It sounds so familiar.
Yeah.
I've talked to a couple people from like y'all's area before, so it might have actually come up before.
I felt so bad for the people at City Dogs.
Oh,
Total
yeah.
side note.
Yeah, yeah.
So like we were playing a show, but there were also like families there having dinner with their kids.
Oh,
And like I literally had to preface our set with like, hey, we're Tulpa, and if you came here just to eat, I'm so sorry.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've totally had somebody talk about this place before. I remember someone said almost the exact same thing. God, I wish I remember who it was now. But
We'll make
that's
sure
fucking
you
great.
we'll make sure you play there if you come through the area.
Dude, that sounds good. So what's next for you guys? Y'all planning like a tour or anything, or what's going on in the world of
we-
Tulpa?
We've got some shows that we're kind of sitting on. Not like more or less like local shows. As far as like touring goes, we're definitely thinking about something next summer. We had toured with a band that I'm also in called Asylum 213 back in 2019 before the pandemic happened, and we were planning like basically a really big ass summer tour for 2020. And then like I'm like planning it because I was substitute teaching predominantly at the time, so I was like planning it.
I mean, we
while,
like literally had like multiple venues booked by that point too.
Yeah. We were like in Texas. We were
New Orleans, all over. The place.
and then the pandemic hit, and it's like all that work is just gone, and
Right.
a lot of venues closed down that we had contacted, so like those are gone, and so we just kind of like sat dormant working on the record until we put it out, and now we're just kind of like, all right, we need to get back on the grind. So we're thinking of doing like a summer tour next year during the summer.
Maybe like a little like
All
winter.
the way until next year. Gee. Okay,
I mean,
winter.
we're also
thing,
like
then.
looking at like maybe like January to do like a small like run down south.
Oh yeah, there's a really awesome band from Richmond called Dumbwaiter. Keith, I know you're listening to this.
I know about
and,
Dumbwaiter. They're fucking sick. I
Oh
like that
yeah,
shit.
we absolutely love them. They're fucking amazing, and we're trying to get some kind of weekend stuff together with them. Like we want to do a couple like weekend runs, probably up north and down south somewhere. But they're all busy. You know, they all got lives and stuff. So it's all just coordinating everybody to try to get like a common path and everything like that. But yeah, love the homies in Dumbwaiter. We're trying to definitely do something with them soon. But
And also me just being a new dad, it's like
oh yeah,
time is a
Oh
commodity.
yeah. Okay. Oh
It's
yeah,
got
that's
good-
right. They just
yeah,
mentioned you were a father or whatever. Okay.
yeah. So
A
we're
new dad
trying-
though. How long? Like,
He's 7 months now. His name's Elliot.
dang, 7 months already. Is it as difficult to deal with him as like that young as I've heard, or is it easy for you?
I mean, it's gotten easier. The 4-month sleep regression, that was brutal. That was rough.
Oh yeah, Will and I worked together, and there'd be nights where he wouldn't get sleep and come to work the next day like groggy, and like he'd be like, "Man, I'm sorry, but like, dude, I only got like 1.5 hours last night." Elliot wouldn't stop screaming.
Yeah.
And now you're used to 1.5 hours, so it's all good.
Yeah. After a while, you get used to the sleep deprivation.
Yeah, you just turn into Vince McMahon. You get no sleep and just start working out like at 3 in the morning.
B Dowdy in chat says, "Don't go to Texas. I hear the people there all suck, especially those who play mathcore." Hey,
Oh, dude, God Awful Truth sucks. Pac-Man the movie suck. Soundend's Creation suck. Like all those Texas bands.
yeah,
Like,
exactly, man.
who needs them? Who needs them?
Wow.
Who needs them?
So talking about touring, what's the best show you guys have played?
What's enough?
Oh man,
The best.
honestly, probably the album release show. I
Yeah,
would say.
I think like for just all around just vibes, definitely our album release. Like
When did that take place? Cause y'all
Last
just,
Sunday.
yeah,
Last
it was just
Friday?
on Sunday.
Last Sunday.
oh, okay, well, shit, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, that was at the Camel. The Camel
That was-
itself is just a great venue.
It's a great staple. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a staple of Richmond.
Strange Matter was like an awesome venue. Like they hosted a shit ton of awesome acts. One of the last shows I saw there was Daughters with Street Sex, and oh
That
man,
was wild.
that
That'd be
was a crazy show, and that was like one of the last couple shows there. But ever since they closed down, Camel and another venue called Broadberry have kind of been taking most of the traffic. National too, but Camel and Broadberry are the more like intense shows where it's just like a stage and then like there's really no barricade mostly. But I mean, yeah, like we recorded the album, I think like in 2020, 2021, like the end of 2020, beginning of 2021. And we were just like itching to get this thing out. And we've been spending so much time on it. Like there were points where I was like, man, I just want to re-record some stuff. I just really want to re-record drums. And I'm like, no, I can't. Like these songs need to stay authentic to like when we recorded them. Like we need to just put this thing out. And then finally we're able to. And just playing the show for me at least put like a bunch of stress and energy that was like built up from not letting people hear the music. Kind of like 12 gauge when you guys were talking about like the releases that have to be planned. Like, oh man, this was 9 months. You know, we're going to talk about this again in 9 months. Like that energy was like insane. And I'm glad it finally got like released.
And to have like friends and family there and just an overall just supportive crowd and just every band that played, like we were all like different genres, but we all complimented one another, like sound wise and everything. As everyone was so supportive.
Oh yeah, shout out to Dumbwaiter for playing that, Blood Ponies, Terracell, and then
Blood Ponies. What the fuck?
Yeah,
they're like they're from San Diego, moved to Richmond. Very proto martyr. People have called them Depeche Mode. I don't really see it.
1 degree from Depeche Mode.
1 degree from
said,
Depeche Mode, yeah. But
but like they have like very
definitely
like I guess they're like Southwest vibes, almost like a King woman feel to it. But like at the same time it has like that kind of like post-punk element too.
Yeah, very like Preoccupations, Proto Martyr type like post-punky little grooves here and there.
And they're a 2-piece, so that was cool too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Great.
Yeah.
I love their band name. It's not as good as Toronto Bar Fight. That one's sounds got it for me.
Their music's better though.
Oh yeah, by far.
What's the worst show you guys have played?
Oh man,
I kind of don't even want to say that one show anymore. I mean, that one was kind of just fun. I mean, I think the worst one was probably Baltimore because nobody showed up.
Yeah, but Baltimore was rough.
I think it was a combination of not playing the right venue because of the reputation of the venue. Nothing on the owners or anything, but just the venue had a really bad reputation.
And then the locals completely like fell through on us. Like,
oh yeah, we
like literally like
Pink Shift.
Except Pink Shift.
And then Pink Shift is now like taking the fuck off.
Yeah, but like we had like 2 bands that were like, yeah, we'll do this, and then like literally like the day, like a couple of days before the show, like while we're still like on the road, one band's like, oh, we can't do it, sorry, and then the other band was like, they're like, we're like, what?
We were
in northern. You were like in Alexandria,
we were an hour
Northern
away.
Virginia, an hour away from the show. They're like, oh, sorry, we can't make it. We're like, guys, the show's in like 3 hours. What the hell?
And then we did like a Craigslist thing where we like tried to find bands, and we found.
Oh god, that's how you know you're desperate. Get on
we found this one. This is I think before any of us kind of were in the scope of knowing like the bands to hit up in certain areas. Like at the time
we were still just fresh.
Yeah, I had no idea about any band from any area. But like we had this one like country trap artist hit us up, and then like they accepted, and then I think they immediately were like, yeah, no, we can't do it. Like they accepted, and then they like, as we're continuing to drive, because we were hyped, we were like, fuck yeah, dude, we get a country trap artist, hell yeah. And then like we keep like talking to him, and then like it just fell through. Yeah, it fell through. And then Pink Shift played. At the time they were it was just 2 people, but they crushed it, and now they're playing like really sick pop punk in front of like thousands of people at festivals and shit. So
I've never heard of them before, but that's fucking sick.
Oh yeah, they were Brooklyn Vegan or something like that. One of those outlets had like a best of alternative albums of the year last year, and I checked it out. Pink Shift was on there, and I'm like, you guys are fucking awesome. I'm so glad.
Yeah, they seriously came through with the clutch. I mean, like hours before the show, they're like, yeah, we'll play. It was like, oh my god, thank you.
And it was just Asylum, Tulpa, and then Pink Shift, and that was it. Just a 3-band bill. And
the only people in the audience were
the sound
guy who was very pissed off at us. Like he was just stalking the whole time because he was like, this is a waste of time, I'm not making money off of this, da 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 da, you know. And like literally like essentially like when we were done playing, like we still had gear inside, he closed the door and locked it behind us. Yeah. With our gear still inside, and I was like slamming on the door. It's like
it was a weeknight too, so it's like cut us a break, you know. Yeah. Like we're just starting out. It's a weeknight, you know. But
right.
Yeah.
But yeah,
you
like,
got your gear back though, right? Like
we got the gear back. Yeah. Okay. But like every 5 seconds, the guy was like, "This is a fucking waste of time." I was like, "Cool, I get it, but you're being paid right now, so shut up."
Right.
The bartender though, she was lovely.
Oh yeah,
she was a good.
I think that was dude's wife. Yeah, she was awesome. But yeah, that was probably the worst show
Yeah.
by far. And we haven't really played many, but that's probably the worst. There's another one too that probably almost the worst show, but it never happened. We were set to play with this one band that we love called New Mutiny, and they're from like the Virginia Beach, Norfolk area. And we were supposed to play this one venue like right on Virginia Beach, like right next to the boardwalk. We were like set to play, and then the week before we were supposed to go down there, the person who was booking it let New Mutiny know that we were too loud of a band to play. But New Mutiny is equally as loud as us. Like they're loud as fuck, and that like confused the fuck out of me. I'm like, so like why do this? Because it was like a new venue for us to like play. We haven't played it before.
Y'all are actually pretty chill too. So like, I mean, there are blasting parts, but aside from that, like, you're pretty chill. So like that's hilarious. Y'all are too loud.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you guys have shirts, CDs, tapes, and posters on your Bandcamp. I really like the posters, the prints. That's a cool touch. Not a lot of bands do that, so that's really cool. Are y'all like, what are y'all, an artist or something? Or I guess you take pictures and shit. But
Chris, what are you playing music or something?
no, like make art and shit. I know that you were like taking pictures and stuff, but like. Okay, all right. Yeah,
I love you. I love you, Chris. Sorry. No, Will came up with the design for the Walk With Me poster, and then we found this one artist from
Indonesia.
Yeah, Indonesia, actually, who had the Blue Rose art, and we asked for rights to it. We like paid him some money, and then gave him a shirt, gave him a poster, I think. And then,
his Instagram handle is at Yasin Violet.
Yeah, at Yasin Violet.
And great dude. Yeah, he's great. He's done art for a few other bands. He did Shiloh's stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, he's done. I think he did their album. I forget which album it was, but he did one of their albums, and I think also one of their shirts.
Huh, that's cool. I guess that name got thrown around at a time when I didn't know who Shiloh were, but now I know who Shiloh are.
So are y'all planning on doing like prints for like all your designs moving forward, or is this just like a thing you're doing now?
Seems like that's the vibe. Seems like that's pretty fire right now.
Yeah. Do people buy those a lot, or?
I mean, they make good wallpaper when people don't buy them. But I mean, it's our Blue Rose ones. Like we don't have as many as we had when we first bought them, so that's good, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's like pretty easy to like, get a good profit margin on something like that too. I mean, it's just paper or whatever, right? So
it's also good to like tag venues too. We should have a poster still up at a Lucky 13 Saloon in Brooklyn.
Oh Lord.
Oh, nice. Okay, there you go.
Hopefully.
Although we did set it up like on the stairs right onto the stage, so probably someone's amp like scraped across it or something.
Yeah, they probably get torn down or something.
But
also, they make good future tour posters.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's one thing I didn't fucking think about. Yeah, that'd be cool to just like put the text on there. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, Chris.
You're welcome. That one's free. The next one costs.
Graphic design extraordinaire.
So let's wrap this up with your album of the year for last year.
Ooh, man. Oh man. Oh geez.
I got mine.
All right, what's yours?
What's yours?
Infinite Granite by Deaf Heaven.
Oh man.
Okay. I haven't actually heard that one. I don't really listen to like bands after like the first or second release. I'm not sure why. I just don't. So I need to check it out still.
Give it a listen. It's great.
Yeah.
It was a very transformative album for them. They, it was like a lot of bands, they start off black metal or, metal, and they kind of tone it down over the years. Like Deaf Heaven did that, but at the same time, they would still like hit you like at times like with the black metal, like, no, like we still got it. And he was like, oh yes.
I remember at the time, I think I argued with somebody on Facebook about it. It was dumb. I shouldn't have done that. But like, they were like, man, they're trying to be Slow Dive or My Chemical Romance. I mean, My Bloody Valentine. And I'm like, no, they're not.
That'd be a hell of a transformation if they go to My Chemical Romance.
Death Heaven is now My Chemical Romance. Yes. You have yours, Ethan. I'm still thinking.
Yeah, mine would be Stray by Bambora.
Oh fuck, I forgot that came out last year.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that would probably be, yeah. That's a tie for me between the two. Yeah.
I would also couple it with well, their EP that just came out in February, I think, called "Love on My Mind." I just can't get enough of them, man. They're just sexy. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I've heard a little bit of them, but I haven't like heard like an actual release or whatever yet. I need to get into that kind of
They're
stuff.
so good.
They're incredible.
They're so damn good.
God damn it. Okay. There's two that come in my head. I first off, I love everything Dark Trail's got going on. But definitely the one thing that got me was the Wilsiak EP. It knocked my socks off. I couldn't stop repeating it. And like at first I hated some tracks, like as I do with everything. Like I when I first listened to stuff, I'm just like, what is this shit? Like I was like that with Dumbwaiter at first, and then I kept listening to him and I'm like, Dumbwaiter fucks. But yeah, Wilsiak, I was like, what are they doing? What are these fucking instrumental bits? And then like I kept listening to it and I was like, Jesus Christ, they're fucking genius. And then it was one of those things. So that's probably my EP of the year. But my album of the year, I kept playing Christfucker all year.
Oh my god.
It's such a great album. I just love, like, I compare it kind of like to like if you listen to Slayer and you listen to like Rain in Blood, and then you listen to Divine Intervention, it's like, okay, obviously Rain in Blood is like more like produced, more polished, but like Divine Intervention, even though like they had all the production like switch rounds and shit, it's just so like gritty and mean and like bare bones and raw. That's kind of how I felt like between We Are Always Alone, I think, yeah, that's the title of the first album that came out last year, and then Christfucker. We Are Always Alone's like, oh, this is fucking great, it's polished, but then Christfucker is like raw, angry, mean, visceral, like it's just like and every go around I would like pick a new track as like my favorite. I would like spin one track and then the album and I'm like, oh fuck, this track fucks, and then go back to that one, and then the whole album is just full of bangers.
Possession.
Yeah, Possession's great. Slave Master's great too.
It goes out and then it just comes back and punches you and breaks your fucking jaw. And then there's like
Also,
some twangy ass shit in there.
Let's not forget about this record. This record this record was pretty it was all right. It could have been, I'm just kidding. It was I love Sound That Ends Creation. Chris got a fucking great thing going on. Every album is more insane than the next. So I was
I appreciate that.
That was a great release too.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you guys want to say, or are you ready to go to the outro?
Oh man. Well, I hate to like Black Midi it, because Black Midi's like, oh, we got the 4th album written, the 5th album written, the 6th album written. The next,
do you have new stuff going?
Yeah, next album we've got, we're planning on doing like a Dune themed record. We love David Lynch, so we're trying to stick with Lynch for a little bit, but I was talking to a venue owner about David Lynch and like how much people can really attach themselves to David Lynch before you have to just cut yourself off, because there's only so much of Lynch that you can like try to like recreate in your own way. So we're going to probably do Dune and then maybe one other thing. We're thinking like Eraserhead potentially, something like that.
Just like a little split or something.
Yeah, like an EP or split or something. And then after that, I'm not sure what we'll do, but we've got about like 75% of the Dune record already written. We just need to demo it with Joey, because we're gonna go through Joey again. Joey's awesome. We're gonna do that after. You stole my coffee, motherfucker. We're gonna do that. I'm also in Terracell, and I hate to plug that too.
Ooh, Terracell's fucking sick. You guys are awesome.
But, yeah, we have some new stuff we're recording next week. I'm gonna start doing the final drums for it, and then after that Terracell record is done, then we're gonna start demoing for the Dune stuff. So it's just a matter of me and Joey getting together, getting sounds figured out for new house that they're in now, and then recording it, and then Tulpa's gonna try to get in there and demo a little bit, but hopefully a new Terracell album in 2022. We'll see. Definitely like super Gaza cult leader.
Oh fuck.
I showed Joey Helpless, and Joey fucks with Helpless heavy too, and we love Helpless also. So it's like when we get tired of like, and how can you get tired of listening to Gaza? But like when Gaza's like, you can't keep listening to Calf over and over again, then obviously you just put on Helpless, and it's like, oh man, this is like a great new spin on.
Can you tell
what
he's
Gaza
really
has.
trying to get Helpless to follow us?
Dude,
Yeah,
right.
we need a Helpless Terracell or Helpless Tulpa tour, something like that.
They need to just
But,
come over here. Period.
Yeah, I'm stoked on them. Hopefully getting something together for the US. I'm pissed though because I missed out on like the vinyl of Debt, because that's a fucking great record too.
Yeah, they're fucking awesome.
Yeah. So, but yeah, hopefully we can play some shows with you mathcore guys that people are ragging on, saying that they suck in Texas and stuff.
Right.
Definitely would love to play with Under the Pier in Baltimore if any of the Under the Pier guys are listening and want to maybe help us get like a Baltimore show or something. Or love Finn too. Finn are awesome. I'd love to like suckle on the thin that's going on. So, oh yeah, but yeah, can I just shout out a ton of bands?
Yeah, just go for it, man. Just
DB Cooper's,
alphabetical order.
DB Cooper's rad. Shit, I was gonna name a ton and I forgot all of them. Iron Price are homies. Obviously the Dark Trail bands. Possession.
1981.
1981 from Cliff Parade record. All the Cliff Parade stuff is amazing. Levi runs that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I promised Levi I would buy all the records, so I need to do that like ASAP. Yeah, just keep rocking in the free world. Yeah.
Alrighty. So if you're looking for an album that's as beautiful as it is dark, you need to check out Walk With Me, the debut album from TVLPA, which came out last Friday. You guys are on Facebook, Instagram. No, you weren't on Twitter. You're on Bandcamp, YouTube, and all streaming platforms. And then you have a website, right? What's the URL?
It's tulpa.com.
tulpa.com.
TVLPA.com.
Alrighty. Should I be calling y'all Tulpa or TVLPA? Which one?
Tulpa.
Tulpa.
Well, I mean,
okay.
Honestly, do what you want, dude.
I mean, luckily by you saying TVLPA, people will know how to spell it,
Right.
when they're typing it in. Otherwise, we're like, I looked for Tulpa and couldn't find shit. But,
Oh yeah. Are you guys on Google Play?
As for me, drop my channel follow so you always know when I go live. You can also sub to get access to the interviews before they hit YouTube and streaming services, as well as get some access to exclusive emotes. Find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. YouTube folks, if you enjoyed the video, please tickle the notification bell. Don't forget to give it a like and subscribe. It's a great way to support me for free. Check out my music, The Sound That Ends Creation, at thesoundthatendcreation.bandcamp.com. My album, Boomers, Zoomers, Desperate Coomers, is out now.
Oh yeah.
My next guest is Man Eating Orchid, a mathcore band all the way in India. Join us this Sunday, the 17th at 12 p.m. Central for the live cast. I'm surprised y'all know who Man Eating Orchid is.
Yeah, those guys fuck. Okay, little backstory too, just so I can throw in a little salt and pepper here.
You want them to contact you too? I gotcha.
No, I mean no. I
mean, yes, but yeah.
I listen to everything Christian's got going on for the most part, like Mathcast, and then you did the best of Mathcore 2021 extravaganza with Tim Heidecker. I couldn't believe you guys got Tim Heidecker to host it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys, I think you guys talked about Man Eating Orchid, or Christian talked about Man Eating Orchid, but they were called Orchid, and then they like changed their name, obviously, because you can't be called Orchid now.
I think he talked about him on his podcast on the Mathcast.
Oh, okay, yeah. But yeah, and then you got me into Utopia. Yo.
Oh yeah. Oh, you were the guy that. Yeah.
I'm the dude, man.
Yeah.
Utopia fucks. I paid like $50 in shipping just to get that record.
Jesus Christ.
Hope you're happy. You're making me bankrupt, giving me all these music suggestions.
Well, I don't have to tell them to contact you. You already have their contact info.
Hell yeah! I just need to contact every band. Mothman, I'm hearing you, Mothman from Texas. I need to work out something, guys. Chat pile too. Yeah, we fucking love Chat pile.
Hell yeah. Well, thanks for being here, guys. Hope you had a good time.
Thanks for having us, man.
You're amazing, Chris.
Yeah, and thank you.
I like the beard. I would like to see with a mustache though, for real.
I don't know about that. I think I need the beard to go with it, or else it looks.
Aw, no, come on.
But thank you guys for watching and listening.
Why take the thing? I'm dead.